My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I must inform you that I do not live in this house by myself, but live here with other people. Sometimes other members of the household may have to walk through areas where I might be recording with other family members on the phone. If you hear any noise like that, please feel free to disregard. We are doing our best to get noise canceling equipment, which may at least keep you from hearing exactly what is being said. Thank you for considering. In some of the last videos I recorded, told you all I'd give you an intro to this. Of course, I'm kind of feeling a little bit better than I was a little hour or so ago when I recorded the last video I uploaded, but I will tell you all, we talked about how I was going to make Tallboy horses and showed you the little blanks for them and kind of said I was going to explain it, but I'm going to show you. Here's a couple of ones out of walnut that are already cut out. It just so happened that whenever I was cutting out other blanks, I came out with scraps that were approximately this shape. And of course I made these cuts out of them to make them more like a little shape of a tall-necked horse. And always thought all along that would be a good pattern or from which to cut out many more of that shape and carve many more horses like them. So I also just decided to kind of take a piece of cherry and did the same thing where I made the pattern and then kind of traced it on with graphite paper and cut it out and kind of put little lines in there on which the carving is going to be done. But it kind of happens that with all this little work here, I'd like to kind of give you all a little story or two about the name. The thing of it is that I wasn't born until probably 1980, or that's exactly when it was, and I'd say in the 90s as a teenager I used to hear stories about how that like back in the 60s or 70s or whenever ever it was, those tall bottles of beer that nowadays are called long necks were called tall boys back then, and somehow or another I'd probably say that there is just something about this horse that there's a special thing about its shape that in a way kind of reminds me about a beer bottle. Get me wrong, I don't drink anything alcoholic, so I'd say, the shape was all there. That doesn't mean I'm any better than you just because I don't. It's just my choice. I mean, everybody's different, and don't think I'm judging you or saying I'm better than you by the fact that I don't, but that's just kind of what I'm saying. They kind of come in a little shape like this, and that's the kind of bottle they remind me of. So I decided I'd come on today just to kind of tell you all a little bit about that. And as you can see here, it's kind of like the shape came along with these ones too. I'd like to say there's going to be a time when we're going to get around to carving these and making a video about that. But I kind of wanted to show it to you all first, let you all kind of see how it is and what I do. I'll tell you all that I showed those to my mother when I first finished carving them, and she said they kind of looked like Trojan horses. That was another story because I never took advanced English in school, so I had to kind of Google that to find out what it was, and she told me that the fact that she took it was kind of the reason why she knew about that. I just kind of was thinking something else. The thing of it is that, I mean, I had never looked to see whether there was any mascot on Trojan brand products or not, but wasn't sure whether a horse might have been their mascot, and that was probably what she was referring to. That's just a whole different story, though, and I'd say that horses are popular in Kentucky, with Kentucky being the horse capital. I think these might even kind of be a little bit better than those doll horses I've been carving a long time, and I've also kind of made little horses out of scraps before, out of cherry, that I've kind of taken out to my shows. I've sold one of them already in Georgetown to kind of a young kid that was on the robotics team, and that's what the event was all about. It was all about supporting the robotics team, and we had some of the team members out there just to kind of help us set up and take down our displays. I'd say that there's going to be so much more to show as time goes on, but this was a moment when I wanted to come on and give you all a little intro as to how the Tallboy horses are going to come about, how they got their name, how they're going to be done, and so on and so on. So thank you all for coming on and watching. Appreciate you all so much. Keep in touch, and God bless always. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned.